Tonight was just absolutely terrible tonight, man. Just terrible. The Godfather Soldiers and Slumming. Name my topic tonight is called Dumb, Dumber, Dumber and Disgusted in Dallas, Texas. Will Elimination Chamber be any good in 3 week 3 weeks from 3 weeks from tomorrow? A terrible way to begin Valentine's Day weekend. So much to say. Before I do, I'll open up the show with something. I'll open up the show with see by Till Tuesday called yeah, a song by Till Tuesday called Horses Carry. So stick around, right back. He's playing. Right back. Yep. Voices carried by Till Tuesday, 1985. So let's get down with tonight's terrible show. Smackdown kicks off as we cut to Wade and Joe. They talk about the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Tiffany Stratton's music hits. She gets in the ring and asks the fans what time it is, and they say it's Tiffy time. She says 3 months ago she lost the SmackDown Women's title after having a dream rookie year. She says that 5 women are walking into the chamber, hoping to get a match at WrestleMania 42 Vegas. She says she is not hoping, she is walking in expecting to win. Out comes Nia Mahal Jax with Lash Legend. Nia tells Tiffany that she would like to say it is so great to see her face again, but she's not a liar. Legend says they keep it real, and the truth is that Tiffany got lucky last week. Tiffany asks Nia why is she obsessed with her. She says Nia find a little replacement. Lash calls her a bitter Betty before she has to lash out on her. The reality is that she is to upgrade after tonight when they win the women's tag team titles. Nia is going to win her qualifying match next week, and after that she'll be in Elimination Chamber, and Nia will pin her faster than Tiffany can say it's Tiffy time. Fans chant Tiffy time. Nia says they should save her the embarrassment, take care of it tonight. Nia tells Tiffany that she remembers what she is capable of, and Tiffany tells her of her losing another title match. Rhea's music hits, and out comes Rhea and Io Sky, Rayo. Rhea tells them not to get ahead of themselves because neither of them are going to walk out of the Elimination Chamber with a chance of going to WrestleMania 42 Vegas. Because she is in there, and soon Io will be in there too. And they will do what they will do what they do best, is work together until the last two standing. Rhea says first we have to beat the living crap out of Nia and Legend. Go WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match: Rio versus Nia Mahal Jax and Lash Legend. The bell rings are underway. Io with a drop kick onto Nia. Io to the ropes, but Nia with a headbutt. Nia with an elbow followed by another headbutt. Nia with a chop to the chest, and she slams Io into the turnbuckle. Nia lifts Io up, but Io lands on her feet. Io to the ropes, and she kicks Nia behind the knee. Io with a drop kick. Rhea is tagged in, and they double team Nia. Rhea with a kick to the face. She goes for the cover, but Nia kicks out. Rhea with a drop kick, and Nia falls to the outside of the ring. In comes Legend, but Rhea throws her to the outside of the ring. Io is tagged in, and Io with a springboard moonsault off the top rope onto Nia and Legend. Io throws Nia back into the ring. Io climbs to the top rope, and Legend gets on to the ring apron. Io kicks her away. Nia with a Samoan drop. She goes for a cover, but Io kicks out. Yeah, yeah, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, yeah, Io kicks out. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, we'll go to commercial break. Back to commercial, Io with a drop kick onto Legend. Rhea is tagged in, and she lands on a drop kick onto Nia. Rhea right hands onto Legend, followed by a chop to the chest. Rhea with her Karana. Nia is tagged in, and Rhea with a DDT. She goes for the cover, but Nia kicks out. Io is tagged in, and she climbs to the top rope, but Nia with a right hand. Nia climbs. She's second rope, but Nia with a right hand. Rhea with a powerbomb, and Rio and Io with a cover with an over the moonsault. Io goes for the cover, but Legend pushes Rhea into Io and breaks it up. Legend throws Io to the outside of the ring and into the ring post. Legend slams Io face first into the announce table. Rhea with a kick, and the referee calls for the bell. When there's no contest, Nia to the outside, she throws Rhea into the announce table. Legend with a boot to the face onto Rhea. Legend grabs the table from under the ring. Legend and Nia set the table up at ringside. Legend places Rhea on the table, and Nia climbs to the second rope. Rhea kicks Legend away and gets off on the ring apron. Io kicks Nia, and Nia gets down on the ring apron. Io with a crossbody through the ropes, and they both go through the table. Legend spears Rhea through the ringside barricade. We cut to Kathy Kelly, who is backstage with Cody Rhodes. He tells her that he can be angry, fuming, or he can be the golden boy thing. He can control his emotions. He tells her that she is aware of their pressures of this gig. There are you know what I say if they put those titles on, well, one of the things I'm gonna finish up. If they put those women's tag team titles on my whole in Last Legend and screw WWE because Nia Jax is getting kind of annoying to me. So I can say now let me restart what I was saying. We cut to Kathy Kelly, who's backstage with Cody Rhodes. He tells her that he can be angry, fuming, or he can be the golden boy thing. He can control his emotions. He tells her that she is aware of the pressures of this gig. There are streamers broadcasting their reactions of him. There are over 300 employees at WWE headquarters. He says when that pressure adds up, he asks himself one thing: where is he? He is 2 matches away from the dream for main event WrestleMania. In addition to that, he is Von Erich country. He is in Texas. He would say don't bet against him. Don't bet against him here. We see Carmelo Hayes walking backstage, and he's stopped by Matt Cardona and Paul Cruz. They greet each other, and Cruz tells him he would like to be in the title hunt. Yep, the title hunt. Cardona tells him he would like to be too. Hayes tells him the challenges is open every Friday, but tonight is closed. He walks away and he is stopped by the Miz. He tells Hayes that he is hanging out the title opportunities for free. Hayes tells him not for him. Miz says Master inspired his own end, and now he is zoning on and on teaching him a lesson about respect. Hayes tells him hopefully he teaches better than he wrestles. Video package of Aleister Black and Zelina airs. He says Orton is one of all-time greats, but he can't help but wonder what will happen if Cody wins tonight. And hopefully he will see him soon. Zelina tells Alexa and Julia that one of them holds her title, and the other holds onto his fragile friendship. She can't help but wonder how much of a joke she can poke and play until those porcelain egos finally break. She says Bliss got her into her head and a long time ago. She knows who she is. That night will come, but tonight she makes sure that she goes to Elimination Chamber. Live in the arena, out comes Carmella Hayes into the ring. She says for the last 48 days, which he had been champion, he fought to bring glory and prestige to the title. It's about having the best match no matter Smackdown or Raw. He says they're on the road to WrestleMania. He can earn his opportunity for WrestleMania. And since he shot his shot, he may as well shoot for the main event. He says next week he will qualify for the Elimination Chamber. He says he made a promise to somebody that he has to keep, and he owes Eli Dragunov a match. Out comes Dragunov and he gets in the ring. Solo's music hits and he comes out with the MFTs. Solo tells Hayes that he talks about having a championship match, but he doesn't start with Eli. He asks Eli how many times he lost twice. He shot and missed. He tells Eli to get in the back of the line because that line starts with him. Dragunov tells Solo that his family has abandoned him last week during his qualifying match. Solo tells him to shut up and not talk about his family. He says the same thing that happened to the YS6 is going to happen to them. Dragunov tells Solo he is ready for a fight. Hayes says he was planning on leaving with one title, but he may as well leave with the two. Solo tells him that he may have liked this, but Solo snaps his fingers. The MFTs get in the ring and they attack Hayes and Dragunov. Out comes Matt Cardona and Paul Cruz, but MFTs take them down. Shinsuke Nakamura's music hits, and out he comes. Nakamura with right hands onto Tonga Leo. Nakamura with a kick to JC Mateo. He throws Tonga to the rings, out to Tonga to the outside. Nakamura, Hayes, and Cardano, Dragunov, and Cruz are in the ring. Out comes Nick Aldis. He says he will take a ring check on the United States title match, but instead they will have a 10-man tag team match. We're going to go to commercial break. Carmella Hayes, Shinsuke Nakamura, Eli Dragunov, Matt Cardona, and Carmella Hayes versus Shinsuke Shinsuke Nakamura, Eli Dragunov, Matt Cardona, and Carmella Hayes versus Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. Back from commercial, and the match is already underway. Cardona is in the ring with Jason Mateo, but Tonga Leo is tagged in. Matt with the double knees. He climbs to the second rope. He lands on a drop kick. He goes for the cover, but Tonga Leo kicks out. Matt to the ropes, but Solo with a kick, and Tonga Leo with a clothesline. Tama Tonga is tagged in, and he lands a splash. Tama Tonga is tagged in, and he hits Matt with a right hand. Tama Tonga with a clothesline followed by a Samoan drop. Tonga Leo is tagged in, but Matt with a reverse kick, reverse neck breaker. Dragunov is tagged in. Dragunov with right hands and a kick to the face. A running knee by Dragunov followed by a kick to the face. He climbs to the top rope, but Leo with a right hand, and Dragunov falls to the outside, falls onto the ring apron, into the outside of the ring. Tama Tonga with a clothesline. Back from commercial, Dragunov with chops onto Jason Mattel, followed by a kick to the side of the head. Solo was taken in with Dragunov with a kick to the side of the head. Hayes is tagged in, and Hayes with right hands and kicks onto Solo. Hayes with a clothesline followed by a springboard clothesline. In comes Tama Tonga, but Hayes with a kick followed by a springboard leg drop. Hayes and La Mystica. Hayes with La Mystica. He goes for cover, but Tonga Leo breaks it up. In comes Nakamura. He takes him down. All 10 guys get in the ring, and it ends with Tala and Tonga face to face with Eli Dragunov. They hit Leo with kicks, but Leo with a double clothesline, choke slam. Crew and Cardone double team Leo, but Leo grabs them both. Nakamura with a Kinshasa Matt Cruz clothesline Leo to the outside of the ring. JC Mateo gets in the ring. He slams Nakamura onto the mat. Eli with a torpedo headbutt followed by an H-bomb. In comes Solo, and he throws Eli into the ring post. Hayes with a super kick onto Solo, followed by a first 48. Hayes climbs to the top rope, but Tama Tonga pushes him down. Solo with a Samoan spike. Eli with a super torpedo onto Solo. Tama Tonga with a cut to the throat onto Hayes. He goes for cover, gets the pin. We're in Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. As Solo and the MFTs are celebrating, the lights turn black as we see the Y6 standing in between the crowd. We see clips. We see clips of the women's Royal Rumble match and Charlotte Flair eliminating Alexa Bliss. We cut backstage. You see Bliss with Flair, and Flair apologized to Bliss for the Rumble. Bliss tells her now eliminate her. Flair asks her to be her gallantive and not Valentine. She gives Bliss black roses and an autographed picture of herself. Bliss tells her she doesn't have to do all of this. Flair tells her she will be at ringside tonight to woo her. Bliss tells her fine and to bring the picture. And go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Kit Wilson's backstage and he reads a poem to Nick Gall's R-Truth and Damian Priest. See Priest laughing when Wilson says he cannot control a poem from a real man. R-Truth tells Wilson that violets are blue and roses are red. Did y'all see last week when Old Boy put Kit on his head? Wilson leaves with Aldous and Priest laughing. Priest, okay, Elimination Chamber qualifying match, Alexa Bliss for Charlotte Flair versus Julia, with Kiana James versus Zelina. The bell rings are underway. All three women go for pins on each other, but they all kick out. Zelina throws Bliss face first onto the top turnbuckle, and Bliss falls onto the outside of the ring. Julia with a right hand, followed by a snap suplex. She goes for a cover, but Zelina kicks out. She grabs Zelina, but Zelina with a right hand, followed by a back suplex. In comes Bliss, and she slams Julia onto the mat. Bliss with a splash, and Julia Julia rolls to the outside of the ring. Bliss gets in the ring apron and lands on a cannonball. Zelina with double knees onto Bliss. Then we go to commercial break. Back from break, Julia with a snapmare takedown onto Zelina. Julia with a kick onto with a knee onto Bliss. Zelina gets on the second rope, but Julia with a right hand. She places Zelina on the top rope. Julia with a undercooked suplex. Bliss with a shoulder tackle followed by a drop kick onto Julia. Bliss gets up and Bliss with a drop kick. Bliss with a drop kick onto Julia. Bliss goes to recover onto both Julia and Zelina, but they kick out. Bliss climbs to the top rope with Julia with a right hand. Julia with a right hand. Zelina with a right hand onto Julia. She climbs to the second rope. Zelina with a back suplex. She goes to recover, but Julia kicks out. Zelina and Julia with forearms to the face, but Julia goes for a knee onto Bliss into the corner, but Bliss moves out of the way. Bliss with a second right hand onto Zelina. Bliss goes for a twisted Bliss onto Julia, but Julia gets her knees up. Zelina goes with a curl ray onto Julia. Zelina goes for a cover, but Bliss breaks it up. Bliss with a DT onto Zelina. She goes for a cover, but Julia breaks it up. Julia with a Northern Lights bomb. She goes for a cover, but Zelina breaks it up. Kiana James gets in the ring apron, and that distracts Zelina, but Zelina with a right hand. Julia runs towards Zelina, but she moves out of the way. And Julia with it to the outside of the ring. Bliss with Sister Abigail onto Zelina. She goes to cover and gets the pin. Winner is Alexa Bliss. We cut to Tiffany Stratton backstage, and she's stopped by Jordan Grace, who welcomes Tiffany back. And Tiffany tells her she wouldn't mind if Grace beats Jade tonight. Grace tells her she wouldn't mind facing her at WrestleMania. Grace walks away, and Chelsea, who is on a wheelchair, slams into Tiffany. Chelsea's right leg is in a boot, and Chelsea and Fire tell her they want an apology. Tiffany tells her if she wants an apology, all they have to do is step up and ask. Yeah, right. Oh, Tiffany doesn't know her shit. Commercial break. We see Ray Phoenix stretching backstage, and in comes Sami Zayn. He tells Ray to teach Trick Williams a lesson. He tells Ray when Ray was talking to him last week, he wasn't all there. He says after losing a match at Royal Rumble, it has been hard tonight. You can punch your ticket to the Elimination Chamber. He thanks Ray for what he told him last week as they are talking Trick's music hits. Out comes Trick to the ring. He tells Zayn that he will do him a favor. No one in Dallas wants to hear Mr. can't get the job done and tell another sob story. Okay, it's 11:58 right now. He says every single week Zayn's backstage with Skechers on his feet. His hair is not combed. He is begging for another opportunity. He tells Zayn that he makes him sick. He tells Zayn that he has an opportunity tonight with Fatu and Rhodes. If he comes out mopping around, they will eat him alive. Trick says next week he will come out and he'll put his coat and take off his lemon pepper steppers, and he'll do whatever it takes to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. But as for tonight, he has Rey Fenix, and he tells Rey that he hopes that comes out every week and do his backflips. Kicks out, but when Dallas people go to the zoo, they do not want to see a squirrel do flips. They want a lion to like him to stand up. As he is talking, Rey's music hits. Trick Williams versus Rey Fenix. The bell rings and we're underway. Trick with a shoulder tackle, Trick grabs Rey, but Rey with a kicks in right hands. Rey with a kick to the face. Rey climbs to the top rope and lands on a drop kick. He goes for the cover, but Trick kicks out. Rey goes for a clothesline, but Trick with a spin kick to the face. Trick with a chop to the chest. Trick with a body slam. Trick with a backbreaker followed by a jumping neck breaker. Trick with a clothesline. He goes for a cover, but Rey kicks out. Okay, it's 12 a.m. now. It's Valentine's Day. Back from the commercial, Rey with chops to the chest. Rey to the top to the ropes, and he lands on clothesline. Rey to the ropes, but Trick picks him up and drops him onto the mat. Trick with a backhanded slap to the face. He throws Rey to the ropes, but Rey with a spinning kick to the face. Rey with a super kick followed by a spinning kick. Rey climbs to the top rope, walks to the rope, and kicks Trick in the face. Rey goes for cover, but Trick kicks out. Rey climbs to the top rope and he lands on a crossbody. Rey to the top rope and he lands on a frog splash. He goes for cover, but Trick kicks out. Trick rolls to the outside of the ring, and Rey with a crossbody off the top rope onto Trick. He throws Trick back into the ring. Rey climbs to the top rope with Trick with the right hand. Trick sits on the rope and he gets Rey on his shoulders. Rey with elbows and right hands. Rey climbs to the top rope and double stomps Trick on the back of his neck. He goes for cover, but Trick kicks out. Rey to the ropes with a Trick. But Trick with a trick shot. He goes for cover and gets the pin. Winner, Trick Williams. Cut back to the back, and we see Rhea and Io in pain. Io speaks in Japanese, and Rhea tells her they will get him back. In come Julie and Kiana James. Julie is yelling in Japanese. Rhea asks her if she is sad she didn't win her qualifying match. Io tells her she pinned her last week and maybe she'll pin her again and take her women's U.S. title. Julie begins to scream and Kiana James pulls away. In comes Jade Cargill, looks at Rhea and walks away. Video package showing the history of Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill airs. As Mark Nash is introducing Jade and Grace, Liv Morgan's music hits, and now she comes with Dirty Dump Down Raquel Rodriguez. Now, what in the world are they doing here? This is Smackdown, not Raw. Dum Dum says they won't interrupt for long, but the fans begin to boo. He says Liv wants to watch the match up close. Liv says Jade officially reached 100 days as champion. Dirty Dum Dum says he's arranged a Valentine's Day weekend, just privately just shut for them. Just suited for them. He tells the guys to set up. We see two members of the crew to set up a table and food and flowers. This is ridiculous. I mean, she wanted to face unbelievable. Liv Morgan wanted to face Stephanie Vicaire and for WrestleMania Vegas, and now she's coming to Cargill for SmackDown. I mean, this is Raw. I mean, this is SmackDown, not Raw. And I'll tell you, this is stupid. It was a stupid show last night anyway. The bell rings and we're underway. The fans sing "Dirty Dum Dum," which is really stupid. Both women with shoulder tackles, but both feet, both on her feet. Jay with a suplex. Jay lifts Grace up, but Grace gets onto Jay's shoulders and gets in her sleeper. Jay drops her to the back, and both women roll to the outside of the ring. Jay still on Jay's back, but Jay slams her into the ring post. Jay goes for a right hand, but Grace moves out of the way, and Jay hits the ring post. Grace slams Jay onto the outside. Grace with a splash on the outside of the ring. She grabs but Jay back body drops her, and Grace lands on a barricade. Jay goes face to face with Liv. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Jay is holding her arm, and Grace with headbutts. Grace slams Jay face first onto the turnbuckle. Grace with a jackhammer. She goes for cover, but Jay kicks out. Grace with a headlock takedown followed by a spine buster. She grabs Jay and goes for the powerbomb, but Jay lands on her feet. Jay with a spine buster. She goes for cover, but Grace kicks out. Jay goes for a slam, but Grace reverses it, and she slams Jay onto the mat. She goes for cover, but Jay kicks out. Both women with right hands. Grace lifts Jay up, but Jay lands on her feet. Jay with a pump kick followed by a jaded. She goes for cover and gets the pin. Winner Jade Cargill. She celebrates in the ring, and Jay goes to the outside. She gets in Liv's face and tells her that if Liv challenges her at WrestleMania 42 Vegas, that will be her. Liv eats chocolate and smiles while looking at Jade. This is stupid. I mean, they don't know what to do. I mean, she already said we saw Liv Morgan setting her sights on Jade Stephanie Care last Monday Night on Raw. Now last night she wants to set her eyes on Jade Cargill. I mean, what is WWE doing? They don't know what they're doing. She said she wanted to face Stephanie, and she wants to go set her sights on Jade Cargill. WWE's not making no sense. I mean, Triple H is incompetent, man. Ugh, boy. We cut to the back. We see Fraxy and the Motion Machine Guns. We see Candice LeRae trying to cheer Johnny Gargano. She tells her his best friend is gone. She has no title. He has nothing left. LeRae tells him she is right here, and she'll do what he has to do. She says she will fix this. In comes Solo and the MFTs. If they go face to face with the Motion Machine Guns and Fraxy, Solo tells him she'll get in line. We'll see a drawing of a lantern with Solo's face on it, and the door. Solo rips the paper up. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Nick Aldis is with Emma Obafemi. In comes Kit Wilson. Aldis tells him that he's in the middle of something important. He grabs a book, and from Wilson, he reads off the bookmark. It's a poem by Obafemi. Roses are red. I don't give a damn. You may be big and strong, but I don't give a damn. Aldis continues to read the poem, which is full of insults toward Obafemi. Wilson looks at Obafemi, and Obafemi challenges him to a match next week. Wilson tells him toxic and walks away. cut to Kathy Kelly, who's backstage with Drew McIntyre. He tells her to focus on Randy, who can't win the big one anymore. Orton and the catchphrase merchant, LA Knight. He says they are in an Elimination Chamber match. As for Cody, he promises that he won't be anywhere near him. As for Fatu, he spent most of his time behind bars, and after that, there is Sammy, and in comes Zayn. He tells Drew to keep talking. Drew tells him that at the night Drew won the title, Zayn told him that a small part of him wanted him to win. Drew says a part of him wants Zayn to win tonight. He says Zayn is a good man. He paid his dues, and he has a feeling that he will win a big one tonight. He wishes Zayn good luck and walks away. Zayn looks confused. Zayn's music hits and out he comes. Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Cody Rhodes vs. Jake F2 versus Sami Zayn. The bell rings are underway. Fatu with a super kick onto Zayn. Zayn falls to the ring side, to the outside of the ring. Fatu and Rhodes, right hands. Rhodes goes for a springboard Cody cutter, but Fatu slams him onto the mat. Fatu goes for a senton, but Cody moves out of the way. Cody throws Fatu to the outside of the ring. In comes Zayn and he lands chops to the chest. Zayn with a clothesline to Cody. Zayn to the ropes and he lands on a splash onto both men. We're gonna go to commercial break. Commercial break. Cody with a power slam onto both men. Cody goes for a bionic elbow, but Zayn ducks. Zayn goes for a blue thunder, but Cody ducks. Cody with a disaster kick. He goes for the cover, but Zayn kicks out. Cody runs towards Zayn, but Zayn catches him. In comes Fatu, who splashes onto both of them in the corner. Fatu with a running moonsault and goes for cover onto Zayn. But Zayn kicks out. Fatu goes for a small drop on Cody, but he gets out of it. He goes for a crossroads, but Fatu rolls him through. Cody goes for the cover onto Zayn and Fatu with a senton onto Cody, and Fatu with a running hip attack on Cody. Zayn goes to Bomb Rose for Fatu with a pop up small drop. He goes for Cody, but Cody bucks it up. Commercial break. Back from commercials. Fatu's on top rope. Cody was and Zayn were both on second rope. They could double suplex Fatu. Cody and Zayn with a right hands. Zayn was exploded into the turnbuckle. Goes for the hell of a kick, but in comes Fatu, who hits him with a super kick. Fatu with a super kick onto Cody. Fatu goes for a moonsault, but Zayn with a kick, and Fatu falls to the outside. Cody goes for a crossroads, but Zayn counters him into a counter, but Cody kicks out. Zayn goes for the blue thunder bomb, but Cody with an elbow. Cody goes for a Cody cutter, but Zayn with blue thunder bomb. He goes for a cover, but Cody kicks out. Zayn with a chop to the chest, but Cody with a chop to the chest. see, hold on a second. Cody with a bind elbow. Fatu with a right hand from behind throws Cody to the outside of the ring. Fatu with a clothesline to Zayn in the corner. Fatu to the corner. Zayn goes for a hell of a kick, but Fatu moves out of the way. Fatu climbs to the top rope. He goes for a splash, but Zayn gets him in pin. Fatu kicks out. Zayn grabs Fatu, but in comes Cody with a Cody cutter. Fatu throws Cody to the outside of the ring. Fatu with a moonsault onto Zayn. He goes for a cover, but Drew hits Fatu with a claymore. Fatu rolls to the outside of the ring. Drew throws Fatu to the ring post and over the announce table. Cody with suicide dive onto Drew to the outside of the ring. Cody grabs Drew, but Drew throws Cody into the ring post. Drew lifts Fatu up and powerbombs him through the announce table. Cody gets in the ring and Drew hits him with a claymore. Drew places Zayn on the top of Cody. The referee gets in the ring and Zayn goes for cover, but Cody kicks out. Drew walks back into the ring and he hits Cody with the right hands. Drew gets Cody in the corner and he hits him with the right hands. Drew turns around and Zayn hits him with a hell of a kick. Cody crossroads onto Zayn. He goes for a cover and gets the pin. Winner Cody Rhodes. Cody celebrates the Smackdown and goes off the air. Man, this was a terrible show last night. I mean, they're shitting on LA Knight. They're shitting on Jordan Grace. I mean, Nia needs to go away. I mean, this was just terrible last night. I mean, heading up to the Elimination Chamber. I mean, just 2 weeks from 2 weeks from to tonight, and this it's just terrible. I know what it's time for. I mean, I'll say this is Elimination Chamber. Won't look good. I'm telling you, next 2 weeks from tonight. Now I know what it's time for. It's time for. Okay, February 12th, last Thursday. February 12th was a happy 26th birthday to Jada Parker. One man gang, some of you know, was a king. Yeah, George Gray, better known as running One Man Gang and King. He turned 66 for February 12th. Let's see what else. Actor Joe Don Baker would have been Jordan Baker would have been 90 last on February 12th. Ashley, for Brandon was running Ashley Hollywood. She turned 40 on February 12th. Let's see. Now Monday Nitro the night December 12th, 1996 night the night after Super Bowl 6. Miss Elizabeth explains why she turned her back on Macho Man Randy Savage. The reason why she did what she did because all the abuse she's been getting from the mistreatment she's been getting from Macho Man Randy Savage back when they were in the WWF when it was called, which is now WWE World Wrestling Federation. Back in when in WWE back in the 80s when it was then called the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. This took place on Monday Nitro, Florida State Flair in Tampa, Florida. She came out along with Flair, Woman, is interviewing Mean Gene Okerlund. And Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Hugh Morris, Lot Lentz with Jimmy Hart defeated Scotty Riggs, Conan defeated Devon Storm to retain the WCW US title. And Arn Sanson with Woman defeated Hulk Hogan with Help. That was a flop. That was a fluke. Because the only reason Arn Anderson won that match because of interference. And then what a little pay-per-view took place on that night. Pay-per-view same day, December 12th. TNA Against All Odds, 2006. It took place at the Total Nonstop Action took place at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. In a pre-show match, Ron True Killings defeated A1. In pre-show match, Lance Hoyt, Cassidy Riley, Shark Boy defeated Shannon Moore, The Diamonds and Rough, Ela Skipper, and Davey Young with Simon Diamond in a six-man tag team match. In the opening contest beginning the show, The Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Wheaton defeated Austin Aries and Roger Strong in a tag team match. Tag team match. And Jay Lethal defeated Matt Bentley with Tracy, Alex Shelley, and Pete Williams in his X Division four-way match. BG James, James King, BG James, and Kip James defeated Latin American Exchange, Homicide, Machete with Conan. And Bullet Bob Armstrong came out and get his revenge of Conan along with help with his BG James. And Conan ran out of the ring. America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm defeated Chris Sabin and Sanjay Dutt in a tag team match for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Rhino defeated Abyss with Fire James Mitchell and Falls Count Anywhere match. Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels three-way match for the TNA X Division Championship. Team 3D, Brother Way and Brother Divine defeated Team Canada, Bobby Roode and Eric Young with Coach D'Amore. Coach D'Amore. Coach D'Amore. And Christian Cage defeated Jeff Jarrett with Gail Kim on a singles match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship for him to become the NWA Champion. And Pop Culture 2016 couple movies released in theaters. Zoolander 2, sequel to 2001's Zoolander starring Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Will Ferrell, Penelope Cruz, Christian Regan, and Fred Armstrong was released. It was directed by Ben Stiller himself. How to Be Single was released in theaters, starring Dakota Johnson, Rebel Wilson, Damon Wayans Jr., Alison Brie, Leslie Mann was released in theaters. And one of my favorite movies I have in Deadpool, on DVD, Deadpool was released in theaters. Very good movie. Ryan Reynolds. Good superhero comedy. Really good superhero comedy. I had it on DVD. Let's go to yesterday, December 13th. Let's go to December 13th now. Okay, yesterday, Baby Doll, from preference, she turns 64, 64, 60. She turned 64 yesterday. Yeah, Evan Daniels turned 37 yesterday. Aiko Sato turned Japanese wrestler manager. He turns 73 yesterday. Let's see. What else for December 13th? See, December 13th, 1996 on ECW Hardcore TV. On ECW Hardcore TV, December 13th, 1996, St. Douglas and Tommy Jr. defeated ECW World Champion Raven and Steven Richards, and Taz defeated the Shark Attack Kid. Then on Monday Night Raw, February 13th, 2006, leading up to WrestleMania 22. Triple H, took place at Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina, hometown of Ric Flair. He was actually born in Tennessee, by the way. Triple H versus Big Show, only a double count on the road to WrestleMania Tournament semifinal match. Shelton Benjamin defeated Eugene Ashmere. Starr defeated Tori Wilson. RVD defeated Chris Masters and road to WrestleMania Tournament semifinal match. And John Cena defeated Edge with special referee Mick Foley to retain the WWE Championship. And Edge comes out from a few Lady come out of the ring, low blow Mick Foley. And Edge speared Mick Foley, saying he robbed him and stuff. He did not get robbed. Mick Foley called the match right down the middle. Then there were some segments that were shown with Shawn Michaels getting Vince McMahon getting Shawn Michaels to come out here so he can sign it for him to retire. And here's a little audio piece. A friend of mine from Pittsburgh remembers that.
Raw is back, and there you see Mr. McMahon's legal team ready for the mandatory Shawn Michaels retirement party thrown by the chairman of WWE, Mr. McMahon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of World Wrestling Entertainment, Mr. McMahon.
And I'll go ahead and point it out, guys, that Mr. McMahon has a little pep in his step, a little extra strut in his walk. I mean, the man is hockier than ever, which I'm personally a big fan of, but tonight is going to be a personal triumph for this man. Finally getting rid of one of his biggest pains in the butt of all time.
Well, Coach, you may be enjoying this, but I can assure you there aren't many people around the world that are going to be happy to see Shawn Michaels, HBK, as great a career as he's had here in the WWE, forced to retire here tonight.
Tonight, right here in this very ring, history will be made. Because this will be the very last night Shawn Michaels ever graces the squared circle of the WWE. Tonight marks the official retirement of Shawn Michaels. So without further ado, allow me to introduce to you, for the very last time, here is the showstopper, the icon. Here is the main event. Here is the Heartbreak Kid. Here is the single biggest pain in the ass I've ever experienced in my life. Here is Shawn Michaels. That was a great introduction. Straight from the heart. You knew Mr. McMahon meant every single word. I can't believe we're watching Shawn Michaels walk down to a WWE ring for the last time. Styles, especially that pain in the ass part. You know Mr. McMahon meant that. I guess Mr. McMahon didn't mind all the money that Shawn Michaels made him, though, huh? Hey. Why don't we just enjoy this for the very last time? Let's enjoy the walk.
Look at the look on Mr. McMahon's face. I mean, that is total disdain.
It really is. And you can't blame the man. After everything Shawn Michaels has done to Mr. McMahon.
Wait, what? Come on. What? Be a little bit. Can you be a little bit objective?
No, I am. I mean, I like the music. I'm going to miss his music. I'm just a sexy boy.
Look at this.
Oh, that's class right there. That's class. That's disingenuous is what that is.
How do you know that?
John,
I mean, really.
John, you don't look too happy, John. I mean, this is what you wanted, wasn't it? I mean, you don't look too happy. But I'm going to make you happy because of all of your accomplishments, all of your many accomplishments in the WWE, I've put together one of the greatest music video tributes you've ever seen in your life. So, if you don't mind, wait a minute. No, don't do that.
Uh-oh.
I've got something better. I've got every superstar from Smackdown and from Raw ready to walk out here and come out here and shake your hand, Shawn Michaels, because you deserve it. So, gentlemen, no, I'm not going to do that either. But, now wait a minute. Because this is such a special night, I spared no expense. I flew up your family from San Antonio so they could be with you on this very last night, Shawn. Or actually, I didn't do that either. But, no, don't get me wrong. The reason I didn't do that is because you're special, Shawn. You deserve something extraordinary. You deserve an extraordinary tribute because of the spirit you have and everything you've accomplished in the WWE. You deserve everybody give it up. Give it up for the Spirit Squad, a tribute to Shawn Michaels.
Hey, this is big time. Oh, give me a this is big time. I like this is insulting. This man spared no expense. Hey, the crowd's on their feet. They listen to it.
Now it's time for you to kiss bitch's ass. Yeah! Yeah!
That's awful.
HBK ain't doing so fine. You'll headline the unemployment line. Down. Shawn is going down. Down.
The guy would squat on his neck.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Spirit Squad.
And that's it. That's a good old-fashioned fun right there. Party.
What a tremendous tribute to you, Shawn. What's the matter? What's the matter? This isn't exactly the way you envisioned your last night in WWE. You didn't envision it quite like this. I mean, what with 5 male cheerleaders coming out and cheering you on and you out here surrounded by a bunch of North Carolina hick rednecks? That's not what you envisioned, Shawn? Huh? Give me the papers. That's just too damn bad. Sign the papers, Shawn. Sit down and sign the papers. Vince! Look, I know I was not the easiest guy to deal with, but this is not what I want. I don't want to retire. Cut his microphone. Cut it off. Cut it off. Only one microphone is going to work, Shawn, and that's going to be mine from now on.
Man.
Sorry, I'm not going to listen to your crap. I've listened to it too damn long. Now I'm telling you, sign the papers now.
Well, Shawn Michaels signs those papers. He's officially no longer a part of the WWE. He's retired.
That's kind of the point, King.
I know that, but
Oh no, you're not getting away with this. You don't say no to me, okay? Nobody says no to me. Nobody. I'm Vince McMahon. You don't say no to me.
go.
I can't do it. I know that I said walking away was an option, but it's not. It's not. I love this job. To walk away from this ring, to walk away from these people would be walking away from one of the greatest joys I have ever known, and I am not gonna do it.
Whoa!
I don't know why you're doing this to me, Vince, but I am not going out this way. All right, you want to know? You want to know why I'm doing this? You want to know why? I'm doing this, Sean, because you have something that I want. You have something that I can't have. You have something that money can't buy. You've got that inner peace. Hell, you know who you are. You know what you want. I don't have that, and I want it. Hell, half the time I don't know who the hell I am. I don't know what I want, except I've got an insatiable appetite for life, and I want more, more, more. Hell, you don't know what it's like being me. You have no idea what it's like being me. I mean, I've got an empire to run, Sean. I've got stockholders to answer to. I've got a film division to get off the ground. I've got sponsors and hundreds of employees to deal with. You don't know the pressure I'm under, Sean. You don't know. You don't know that. You'll know that my life is a nightmare. But you're going to make that all better. Oh, you're going to make it so much better, Sean, in just a minute, because you are going to sign those papers. Yeah, you are. You're definitely going to sign them, Sean. Because you have to. You see, Sean, I don't like people like you. I hate people like you. I want what you have, and I can't have it. Sign the damn papers and sign them now.
Never seen Vince McMahon like this.
Where's Mr. McMahon going?
One thing we know, this party didn't turn out the way Mr. McMahon wanted it to. Shawn Michaels ripped up the retirement papers.
What a huge gun! Just a little reminder, when you tore up those papers, you opened the floodgates for your own personal hell.
No chance, so that's what you got. Up against a machine too strong.
This has got me on personal, guys. This is just eerie.
Well, it's got to be a little bit scary when somebody with the power of Mr. McMahon tells you you've just opened up your own personal hell. Don, what are you going to do?
There's something else that happened on that same night. Mickie James ruins a very perfect Valentine's Day because her session with Trish Stratus, trying to drive her, make it look like she was trying to look like her boyfriend, Jack, storyline boyfriend Jack was trying to hurt her, drive a wedge between her boyfriend and Trish Stratus. It's like single white. She disguised herself as Trish Stratus. This is what happened.
Trish, it's Jack.
Okay, come in.
Hey, Trish. Trish, I have something for you.
Oh, really? For me? Flowers! Oh, my God, what flowers?
Mickey,
They smell good.
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Trish.
Where is Trish?
I'm waiting for her.
Why are you wearing that wig?
What do you mean? I thought you like girls that look like Trish. You don't like me? I mean, I am her best friend. Besides, Jack, you know what friends do, right? they share.
What are you doing? Mickey, you know I like Trish. I mean, we haven't been dating all that long, but I really want to make this work with her.
Oh, really, Jack? Well, if you like Trish so much, then why are you hitting on me?
What?
Help me!
Mickey, what are you doing?
No!
What are you doing?
Stop touching me!
What's wrong with you?
No!
Mickey,
Get off me!
Get a hold of yourself! Calm down! Get a hold of yourself! What's wrong with you?
You're hurting me!
What the hell is
You're
wrong?
hurting me!
I need somebody to be here. I don't think so.
I don't want any water. I don't want anything. Trish, oh my God. He tried to attack me. Jack, he came in here. Jack? Yeah, I was waiting for you, and he came in, and he's like, oh my God, you look like Trish, and I like girls that look like Trish. What? No, I don't. What are you talking about? And he pushed me against the wall, and he's like, well, you know, you're a best friend, right? And I was like, yeah, and he's the best friend, Cher, and he tried to kiss me, and I pushed away from him. Oh no, and he just grabbed me, and he like ripped my clothes off. Yeah, and he just like started grabbing me.
It's true. I saw the whole thing. He had his hands all over. He was grabbing her.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, I mean, I barely knew him. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this had to happen to you, sweetie. Oh my God. I'm glad if it was gonna happen to any of us, it happened to me instead of you, Trish. Because I don't know what I want to do. Oh God. I don't know what to do.
A big moment, moment from WWE from Monday Night Raw. They did a good job gimmick on Mickey James. Vince McMahon was to sing single white female. Well, that'll do it for my review for it. This morning it's midnight, so I hope you good night. It's 12:27 in the morning. So I hope you have a good night and good morning. And like Chad Henshaw said, dress up church could dance like James Brown. Like again, James Brown, like sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown, dance like Chubby Checker, like to get in the hot tub, gonna be sweat, gonna be dry, gonna be wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, so I started rooting was Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live back in the 90s when I was a little on Comedy Central. I never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. So I hope you have a good night. I'm out of here. I'm going to close out something for all of you tonight. I'm going to close out this song with this #1 single called Conga by Gloria Estefan. So I hope you have a good night. Here's close out the show. Have a good morning. Here it is, Conga by Gloria Estefan, 1985. Good night, everybody. Have a good morning, everybody.